Good evening, everybody. We're back again. It's hotting up. The season's coming to its crescendo for Viking Racing League Season 4. We're on round 10 and we're at the home of motorsport, Silverstone in the UK. Everyone that's in the UK is very fortunate to have this track on their doorstep. And like I said, we're coming to the end. One race after this, so this race could play a big, massive part in deciding who's going to win the championship. Vigo's currently leading the way, 227 points, 18 points ahead of Papa Rimjob. And Tortuguita is a further 21 points behind, so still all to play for, but I think depending on what happens here today will define what happens for the rest of the season. It might close down. It might end up with a winner declared today. I couldn't tell you now by working it out because I don't know the point scoring. But, we'll leave that. I'll leave that for the big boys. My name's Alex. You may have heard me rattle my gums before, and I'm here to share this display of action and drama as we're in a dry Silverstone. I'm not sure what the race is like, but we shall see. Or if anyone's in the chat wants to let me know, or we might keep it as a surprise. As sack of shit has a little bit of a wiggle heading into Maggots and Beckett. It's a 5.8 kilometre track, clockwise circuit, 18 corners, 10 to the right and 8 to the left. The two DRS zones, with the second one currently down now on your screen. And what we will do, such an old school, traditional, fantastic track, and we'll give you a run through of the track owner with the first hot lap of the session with sack of shit as he starts off his lap down the hanging straight ahead and down to turn 1. And you have to cut the corner there on Abbey, turn left and turn 2, and then slow down far left onto Village. Try and cut the corner. It's on the slowest corner on the track here for Luke. Turn 4, as you open up to the next corner, turn 5 at Aintree, and to Wellington Straight, open up that DRS. We might see 1 or 2 overtaking opportunities at the end of this straight as we head into Brooklyn. This is where I sat the last time I went to Silverstone. Brilliant view. And it's on the right hander of Luffield. Used to be the final corner, of course, and into Woodcote here. And down the old National Pit Straight, which is still used today, and then the massive Cops corner where plenty of action to go, and you want to go flat out there, and we start our sector of Maggots and Beckett, which is a massive feature of this track, and then come out of that section of onto Chapel, open up that DRS where we will see most of the overtaking opportunities going into the corner. Again, you can let off a little bit, but you can go flat out if the setup's done correctly. Head to the right hand side going into Vale, and might see some late breakers, and then the final 2 corners of Club. Where again, flat out, cut the inside corner, and sack of shit gets first lap time of 27.5, which it won't be the fastest time that we will see. If we got around the Ferrari as Vigo with a 28.5, so he's got plenty of time to find. See Brazil. They are on mediums, of course, doing the run out of mediums. And to save themselves a set of soft tyres of 28.9, I reckon low 26s, I reckon will be a time for invalidated lap time there from Tortuguita. Keys goes in currently P2 on the mediums with 27.9. Mad Mark coming round, second of the Raris, who's setting a lap time on the soft, so we'll see what time he can bring out. And he goes currently P2 with 27.8. I think there's plenty of time to find Papa Rimjob starting his flying lap. Wayne just coming around to finish his first flying lap and comes home with a provisional P4 of a 128.0. That's the Ferrari of Vigo slowing down. Has he come off, or was it? I think he's probably letting the McLaren through. Nobody knows. Heading into the pits. A tricky pit lane, that one. Line can catch you off guard if you're not concentrating. And Red Bull there of 2B West. Currently provisional P7. So Adam, I think he's on the lap now doing a set on the inters just to save himself some dry tyres, and that's what happens when you do go the inters in the dry. And just letting the car pass now. We had a bit of an issue with one of our drivers the other day, setting a lap on inters, and it was just so slow that the dry tyre runners caught up to him, and he ended up hampering some laps. So yeah, I think Adam's just doing a banker lap on some inters, set himself a target time on his Delta. Papa rim job come around to finish his lap and goes up P5 for now on the soft. So I don't know, I was half expecting the low 26s. I think what's Ferrari doing? Mad Mark is acting a bit mad. I think he's on another hot lap. We'll see in a minute as it comes round village. And a slow corner of loop, and he'll come to the end of sector 1 at the end of this straight. Wellington Straight short. And see what kind of lap. No, he's not. He's fooled us again. Vigo is another lap though, so he's stayed out on those mediums, letting some fuel empty out of his car. Comes to the end of the lap, potentially getting himself up to P5. He does, and a 28.2. So decent start time. What I've actually found with Vigo, he's not that strong on the Saturday, but on when the race occurs, he always ends up in a decent position. So it'll be interesting to see how he gets on, because he could secure the Drivers' Championship today. Spencer Wolves is on a hot lap. He's got McLaren right behind him as well. He swings that car around quite violently around Cops. Such an absolute sexy set of corners, isn't it? Like, there's no other track in the world that even eclipses those corners. Like, you've got the S-Bends of COTA, but they just don't have the same. It's not the same. Spencer Wills just comes round the last few corners, popping his car around club, and crosses a line and does 18.9 with a 30.0. Tortuguitas, of course, on the hot lap too. Hugo is now going into the pits, so we'll stay with Tortuguita. Tortuguita's currently P3 in the championship. He's 21 points behind Papa Rimjob in P2, so potentially still all to play for. You never know what's going to happen in the race. So just make sure you're consistent, finish as high as you can, and you're still in with the running. Alpine, of course, in with a shout of constructors as he crosses a line, and currently P8, so I'm sure he's got plenty of time to find. I think a lot of drivers have got time to find, as C Brazil is up 7/10. His teammate seems to be sitting in the mud. No, he's just coming out the pits. What's going on there? It's set the fastest second sector. I think he set his first lap on a medium, so I reckon this is going to be potentially P1. Sakashit's time is still the one to beat. Oh, he went wide! Went wide on Vale, and that's invalidated his lap, and he'll be kicking himself. What's Sakashit doing? He's slightly up in his time as he locks up on Brooklands. That won't do him any good. Adamaka is ahead of him. Oh, we'll be looking at his time with absolute intent. I reckon he'll be up there. We'll see what his sector time is at the end here. And sets the fastest sector 2 time. So he'll be in for a shout for a provisional P1. I reckon he'll be in the 26s. As he comes round. Vale and Club. Crosses the line. And does go provisional pole the 27.1. So not as fast as I thought he would be, but it's got 4/10 on Sack of Shit. And Sack of Shit, whoa, 600ths behind. Oh, it's in there. It's all close here. Keys is down 2/10, so he's not going to improve on this lap. See, Brazil has invalidated again, so he's going in the pits and doing another run. BB West is up on his times, just slightly though. Will potentially take him up a place if he keeps this. Oh, drifts out of the end of Maggotts and Beckett's, and nearly a 10th up, which would get him up to P9. Can he find a couple more tenths in his final corner, in his final sector? Rather final few corners, and goes wide, invalidates as well, does exactly what C Brazil did, and you fucked your lap up. Go and sit in the corner, you absolute melon. Adam has not got enough for neither of them, so they're going to be going in and coming back out for another lap. We'll see what Papa Rin can do. Can he do the job? Oh, took that corner a bit too much. He could have gone wide, but keeps it on the track. Crosses the line and gets out to provisional P3, the 27.7, so still 6/10 off the front 2. But does improve his own time, and I think he'll be quite happy with that. We'll see what Wayne can do in the Mercedes. Currently the lead Merc driver. Can he get himself higher up than P6? He only needs another 4/10 to get himself up to P3. And we'll see where he's lying after this end of sector 1. The end of Wellington, he's already found a 10th. And that will get him up to P5 against his mate Keyser. Keyser, of course, has been strong. I think he got pole last week. Definitely got pole the week before. Oh, managed to hook that corner in. I thought he was going to go flying off and do a Verstappen straight to the wall. A bit wide. You need to hug those corners. Just over a 10.5 up. He might have enough in him. As Vigo gets himself up to P3, to 27.6. Still half a second to find for the front 2. As Wayne goes in and has slowed his lap down. Completely, he's going to try and go again. See what Mad Mark can do. Can he match his teammate? Currently just half a 10th up. Ferrari are your constructors leaders on 392 points. 33 points ahead of the aforementioned Alpine team. Looking nice and smooth. Always looks really slow going through those corners. And it was slow as well, because he's now 2.5 seconds down his time. So he's not improving. He's going to go for another lap or jump in the pits. We'll stick with C Brazil then, which I think this will be his last flying lap. He can't invalidate this one, otherwise he's going to be starting the highest P8. And you've got to cut as much of those apexes as you can on Magnussen Beckett's and then open up Chapel. And he's 1.1 seconds up, which will get him up currently to P5, maybe even P4. So can he find any extra time in this last sector? You've got to keep it in the white lines, remember. And when I say the white lines, I'm not meaning the weekend. Gets up to P2, found plenty of time, got himself into 27.1s. Just 100th ahead of sack of shit. And just hasn't managed to creak up to Adam. And that's his time done. Sack of shit will be setting his time now, first of the final runners. And Adam is right behind him, so it's all or nothing now. For these three. It's all in the running. They're all quicker than a wig in a hurricane. Flying down the road. And he's down. He's not going to improve. He's not going to make up 2 seconds. So sack of shit's not going to improve. He's lost so much time in that first sector. So we'll see what Adam can do. He's going to capitalise on the slipstream of sack of shit. Sack of shit needs to get out of the way. I think he's hampering his own time here. He's helping Adam and he's get out of the way. And he does. He sees him last minute. A little bit of loss of traction there as he drifts around the end of Magnussen Beckett's. Pushing the limits and he's up. Oh, just over a tenth. I don't know, can sack of shit make it round? 20 seconds. It's going to be tight for him to get to the line. He might have one last crack. And Adam comes round. He validates right on the last minute. Oh, he's pushing. He's pushing. And sack of shit gets one more go. As that's it for some drivers. Vigo, Mad Mark, Tortuguita and Spencer are not going to improve. Next over line will be 2B West, who's 8 tenths up on his current time. And that's going to get him up to, maybe in P4. Can he pull a time out the bag here? And Adam, I think he's actually invalidated. Disqualified, so it's 2 West actually. He's lost plenty of time, he's gone up to P8. Adam is doing, he knows he's very quick, so is doing a last to first challenge every week to give others a bit more opportunity. And Wayne bounces off that curb. Bounces like I do when I run into my mum, because she's fucking massive. Is this C Brazil? No, it's not. It's Papa Rim. It goes up to P4. That's the fastest he's going to, the highest he's going to go. It's between the current top two now. There's 100th in it. Are any of them going to improve at all? C Brazil definitely isn't. It's all down to sack of shit as he comes around the final corner. And he does. He gets pole right at the last minute. He fucked up his last lap, and this one had to count. And did it count? And here we go. Sack of shit in the Haas. 127 flat. So we didn't get into the 126s. I was hoping for low 26s, but I was pushing it. 700ths. On C Brazil, who joins me on the front row. Keys a geezer. I'll be absolutely chuffed. I missed that from him, but he's up to P3 with Papa Rim Job joining him. Vigo P5, Mad Mark P6, Ferrari side by side. Wayne P7, 2 West P8, Tortuguita P9, and Spencer P10, and Adam Acco starting at the back. And going to be doing that last to first, like he did last week. Worked for him last week. Will it work for him this week? And it's a dry race for now. We don't get that at Silverstone. And what are we going to say then? What are we going to say? Whoo! I think. While the drivers are sorting out their strategies, which I think the strategy will be medium to hard. Your alternate's going to be the other way around. They're all good drivers, so I can't, and there's quite a lot of room on the track, so I can't see really any safety cars. My winner. I think C Brazil's going to win it. I think Adam's going to get up to P2. And I'm going to root for Kieser to get P3. Finish where you started. Let's hope my premonitions come true. Right, while waiting for him, joke of the week. Joke of the week. What can we say? Right, okay. When it's okay to kick a midget in the face. When he's standing next to your girlfriend and says her hair smells nice. Kick the little fuckers. Right, like I said earlier, Silverstone's such a traditional track, an old school track. Used to be an air base, RAF Silverstone, as you all know, in 1943. They used to use it as a training area for pilots to practice their bombing. And thankfully, didn't carry on much longer than that. World War II ended, and it became surplus to requirements. And first unofficial motorsport, some local enthusiasts used to race around the runways, and one of them hit a sheep. So if you ever hear this track known as the Mutton Grand Prix, you know why. Because it's covered in sheep guts. The first Grand Prix was in 1948, but the first F1 championship actually, or the first ever F1 championship race was in 1950 here. So full of history. This track, absolutely love it. Big factor in its history. 1973, if you all know it. The end of the first lap, Jody Schleckler in his McLaren hit the wall at Woodcote, and the majority of the field behind ended up in a mass pile-up. It led to many of all the health and safety regulations we have in the sport today. Didn't slow any of the drivers down, of course, and since then there's been many changes to the track, including things like Luffield and Stowe and where the pits are located and things. So, home of the Aston Martin HQ now. Anyone that's ever been down there, it is fantastic. Any sort of museum or location of F1, it's worth going. My friend's just recently been down to the F1 Museum in London with his kid. Said it's an absolute treat, worth every penny. Okay, anyone want a bit of food for thought? If you want something to think about. Owls, yes, owls, you know, all that sort of thing. Owls always look like they've seen a penis for the first time. Next time you look at one, that's what you're going to think about. Yeah, interesting. I think we'll be getting underway with the racing soon. We're just waiting for one of the last two to have a shit, and then we'll get underway. It's probably sack of shit, having a sack of shit into his toilet. Thankfully, Spencer Rules isn't starting near the front today. He ends up shitting himself and just letting everyone else pass. He's the reason the gene pool needs a lifeguard. as we are getting underway. It's 2, 3, 4, 5. It's lights out. It's away we go. And everyone looks like they got away well. We'll see when they start navigating the corners and go through Abbey. Papa Rimjob has made a brilliant start up 2 places. Same with Mad Mark. Keezer struggling a little bit on the start. Adam just letting everyone go through. As 2B West goes completely off the track at loop. As many of the drivers starting on the softs. Mad Mark and 2 West going a complete alternate. Wayne and Adam both going on the medium to hards. As we lost Vigo, he's lost a bit of traction coming out of Lovefield. And his medium lanes, he's dropped a couple of places, and that's not a good start for the championship leader. He's now stuck behind a bit of a train of Spencer, who's been dropped by the front 5 drivers, and will be holding. What's going on with Vigo here? He doesn't seem to be keeping it on the track. Has he got his setup right? He's going to get plenty of... And we've got a yellow flag already. And sack of shit has gone off the track like a sack of shit. Was that from contact or loss of traction on Stowe? Oh, you absolute melon, man. Oh, my God. Well, you were near the front and now you're at the back, and you're out of DRS range as that's enabled. Head down. You know you've got the speed. You've shown that in quali. Get back into DRS with everyone else and you'll be right back in the running. McLaren drivers looking strong as Wayne makes the overtake on Spencer, his teammate. Whether he's letting pass or got through. Coming out of loop, and Aintree as Vigo overtakes Spencer as well. As I said, Spencer's dropping back. Goes wide and lets Tortuguita through. I think he knows that he's not the quickest, so he doesn't want to hamper anyone else's race, but you also, if you want to improve, you've got to practice battling with drivers. As he lets Adam through as well by the looks of it. Oh, not yet. Not yet. Not this time! Adam will be looking to close the gap quite sharpish and make the overtake on Spencer. I think we will see as we head down, as actually 2B West is right behind Adam, looking at the inside of Stowe. Adam closes the door, but it doesn't manage to catch up to Spencer either. I think he's just biding his time as 2B looks on the inside, and we all saw that coming. I'll let you guys decide, potentially the stewards. Was that a dive bomb, or was Adam not leaving enough room? We didn't have the right angle to get to give the right verdict, but I'm sure the stewards will come to their right verdict. See, Brazil has Adam has now overtaken Spencer, and Shit follows through as well. Hey! I didn't even think about that pun before that. Oh, I like that one. Oh, I'm proud of that one. Yeah. Both Adam and Saka Saz. Only has 2B West behind him now. So, Brazil leading the way. Papa Rimjob in a good position now on P2, but does have Keezer in his DRS, who will be looking to capitalise on that extra speed. About an extra 15 kilometres an hour, if I'm correct. He's not close enough to make the overtake yet down the hanger. Keezer will be happy to in his position currently. He needs to stay out of any issues, don't make any mistakes. With Mad Mark a further 3 seconds behind on a completely different strategy. Wayne on the mediums, just tittering around, slightly catching him, just lingering around that 1.2 second mark. Vigo on the other hand is right up behind Wayne. smelling what he had for breakfast this morning. We'll be looking to make an overtake down the Wellington. DRS open. Like a letterbox. You've got mail. Don't think he's quite close enough yet though. All drivers biding the time, just getting used to getting their tyres settled. Getting used to the grip levels. We're normally very much used to having a wet track here at Silverstone. Normally wetter than Harvey Price's bib. But it's a lovely sunny day. Generally it's in summer when we have it. We are in September. We have had some sun today in certain areas. As Vigo's caught up to the back of Wayne now, he's going to be looking to make the overtake. He went a little bit wide at the last corner before Chapel. Looks on the inside of Stowe and makes that stick. Wayne saw him coming and didn't battle too hard, but he looked to try and fight back going into Vale. That's not close enough, and Vigo's made his move stick and has now both have caught up to Mad Mark on his hards. CB West, first one to get track limits. It is easy to do on corners like your Maggots and Beckett's when you're pushing around cops. Not pushing corpses, that's a different thing. Pushing cops. Still not quite close enough to get past Mad Mark, so Mad Mark holding strong. As Adam makes the overtake on Tortuguita. Down the Wellington straight, nice and simple overtake that one. Adam and Keezer, William team's now pushing strong. Not close enough for a championship fight, but boy, a great overtake from Sakashit there. I'll let him off for his earlier misgivings, but it's a brave move to overtake on the inside of cops. Tortuguita saw him coming as well. So didn't left him plenty of room, but it's brave to do it there. Hats off to you there as Vigo gets past Mad Mark down the hanger. Wayne isn't close enough to follow through either. He's got clean pants. And it might have been a slight little team play there with different tyre strategies for the Ferrari boys. They want to get as many points today as possible to try and get their Constructors' Championship as well. McLaren are still technically in with a fight, but I think it's too far off, but their current positions won't put their fight at any harm. He's Wayne close now to overtake Mad Mark. Of course, some different tries too. Has a look on inside of Brooklands. And has made that stick as well and gets the track limits for his extra speed. Didn't break in time, got a bit too excited. Jizzed himself into a track limits penalty. Catherine's now caught up to see Brazil. These two now should work together, use the DRS, and they'll pull advantage away from Keezer. Keezer going nice and strong, 3 seconds ahead of Vigo, but he's being dropped by the McLaren boys. Little tenths at a time. Starting lap 7 out of 26. Still 1 or 2 battles here, but it's all about strategy and tactics. Mad Mark is right up behind Wayne now, looking on the inside of turn 3, but Wayne closes the door. Mad Mark went quite tight on the inside of the corner, and you can't get enough traction off there. It's always better traction off the outside. And now he's under threat from Adamako, who's screaming down. What did Mad Mark do? What'd you do that for? He absolutely shit himself. And that was caught on stream. He absolutely shit himself. It's not up for you to let him pass. He has to get past himself, mate. Lived up to your name. You're fucking mad. As Vigo, his teammate, gets his first track limits. And these track limits penalties will play their part later on, especially when it comes down to the podiums. Adam now up to P6. He let 3 cars through. Nuts, mate, nuts. There must have been a good reason. As Wayne and Vigo battling. Wayne looking to overtake in Stowe, but just wasn't close enough. Vigo defending well. And there's, with them two battling, it brings Adam and Sakashit in play. We're going to have a 4-way battle here for P4. Adam and Wayne, both potentially. Oh, I don't know what tyres people are going to go on to. It stumped me with people going on softs. I thought the tyre wear would be a lot more with your fast corners. But soft to hards, you reckon? You definitely can't do mediums to softs. That's just silly. I don't know. But we do have a 4-car battle here. Who's going to be the first one to make a move? Wayne is just looking on the inside of Cops, but crazy. You might as well wait till the the hanger straight. Him and Adam are right on the gearbox of the car in front. As Adam has actually got a better launch out of Chapel, looking to overtake Wayne. It might be 2 cars overtaking Vigo here, as Adam does do the double car switch with his better launch off, and it shows what can happen. Wayne stuck behind the Vigo sandwich. Mad Mark overtaking Tortuguita down the hangar 2, made that one stick. I think Wayne got cut off by Adam and just couldn't focus on the overtake on Vigo as well. I reckon he could have got that overtake done as he's pushing Vigo around the corners. Through Village and Luke. Spencer and Tooby battling at the back here. You love to see it. Tooby they both go wide. No wonder they're getting track limits if they're doing silly corners like that. Tooby's caught in the dirty air of Spencer. It's going to put him off slightly. It's a little bit of loss of traction as he goes wide. I think Spencer might have let him pass there. That wasn't a conventional move. And he goes off! Will we see any sort of safety car? Loses his traction. Coming out of Aintree. And also loses his wing. He needs to be in the Red Bull, because he needs wings. But he's not. He's in the Mercedes. And he's going to have to pit now. And he might as well do soft to hards. It's not a bad time to lose your wing. But yeah, we caught that. That was hilarious. Starting lap 10. McLaren boys now almost 3 seconds ahead of P3. William boys now in situ. Adam 3.5 seconds behind his teammate, and will be closing. Those soft tyres will be wearing thin now. It's only a matter of time before we start seeing them pit. Vigo, Wayne and Sakashit all with Adam, so Adam hasn't managed to pull away from the cars behind. All still within DRS range, but not close enough to make the overtake. Vigo does a little look, but I don't think he's anywhere close. This is where Adam needs to put his marker down, gain that advantage and get out of that DRS. As I speak, he does. Just around that second mark. Vigo's going to be squirting that ERS like a facial on a hoe. And he is. Adam has just got better traction out of Cox and pulled away. And Vigo will be under threat now from Wayne. Oh, a little bit of waggle. A little bit of waggle out of Chapel. And he looks on the outside of Stowe. Vigo has the inside. But Wayne has finally made that overtake he's been looking to do for the last few laps. Sakashit hasn't been able to do the same move. And that has given Adam a little bit more of... And there's another yellow flag. Is that Vigo? I don't know who that is. It was Sakashit. Sakashit's lost it again. Right near the end of the lap. And that's given Mad Mark a position. Keep it on track, lads. If you didn't do that, you'll be right near the front. It's all your own doing. You've got no one else to blame but yourself. I'm not angry. I'm disappointed. You've got it all to do again. You were doing so well. Well, that does put a little less pressure on Wayne and Vigo. It's just the two of them now to battle. As Adam is caught up to his teammate. Keezer in P3. Keezer will be hoping for that podium. But the guys ahead and Adam behind have just got such good pace in their cars. How much will Keezer battle this, or will they let him go? Again, on different tyre strategies. Adam comes screwing up, goes in the outside. And it's easy enough overtake there. And gets up to P3 from back of the grid. A little bit Twitch. Not on Twitch, we're on YouTube. Where all the old people still are. I'm not a youngster. Don't do none of that Twitch or kick. I'm not a baby. As Sakashit makes the overtake on Mad Mark, as Mad Mark actually is... no, Sakashit's in the pit. And Tortuguitas are both coming off their softs. We'll see what the strategy is for these soft runners. As I reckon they'll go soft to hards with... you could do mediums, I guess, if they use that as mediums. It is soft to medium, so... tyre wear is a little bit longer than I predicted as well, so... What do I know? I'm only a commentator. There's Toby West. Managed to get himself up to P8. Of course, still has to pit himself. But still needs to stop making mistakes himself to get himself within contention of a decent position. Halfway through that 12 now. And we'll probably see Brazil, Rim, pit soon. They're going to have, one of them's going to have to carry on, otherwise Rim's going to be held up in the pit, and that'll hamper both. So I don't think we will see Brazil pit now. Rim job will do another lap, a lap of his tongue around an arsehole, and will currently take provisional lead of the lap. Keezy goes in as well. Adam will carry on. No need for him to pit yet. He can probably do another 3 laps maybe. And Keezer. Otherwise Adam will be... Oh no, Keezer, sorry, would have been held up. And we do have Mad Mark now in the pits. As Vigo's carried on. So, every one of them onto mediums then. So, slightly different strategy first stint. So the soft runners... if they started further down, it did give them a bit of an advantage, but for the medium, well, who was it? It was hard runner, wasn't it? Who was the hard runner? It was Mad Mark. So yeah, he's not really had that work out for him. He could have started on softs. Vigo right on the back of Wayne. His tyre wear must be quite high now. As he'll look to retake the position back from Wayne before the pit stops. I think Vigo will be in now. And Wayne closes the door, so Vigo's not quite close enough to do the overtake, and does dive in the pits behind Papa Rimjob and Adam. Now it's keeping as Wayne's the who carries on and takes provisional lead of the race. It will mean that his will have better grip on his tyres near the end. And we shall see as Vigo goes in as well. Oh, no, I've said that. What an idiot. I don't like repeating myself. We'll see where Brazil comes as he comes around the final corner ahead of his teammate. Has he got much of an undercut? He does. As Rib just comes out of the pits now. And where he was in the DRS before is now almost 2 seconds behind. So has lost probably about a second and a half down in his teammate, but pitting later. As Mad Mark makes an overtake on Tubi West through Abbey. Again, we haven't seen many overtakes there, so great brave overtake from him. And we've got a 4-car train. Tubi West is still yet to pit, so won't be on this train much longer. As Sakashit looking to overtake Vigo, but not quite close. So Wayne, I think, is going to have to pit now, otherwise he's going to be losing a lot of time to the rest of the cars behind. Adam's actually doing a medium to softs. Can he make his tyres last? You like to think so, with less fuel in his car. And Wayne, Wayne, you let me down every week. Slow your car down, man. Italian hand gesture. It compromises you so much from a decent finishing position just by not braking. Just brake sooner. It doesn't matter if you lose a couple of tenths extra by braking earlier. It's better than losing 10 seconds. Wayne, you let me down, man. He's in the pits and he jumps onto those softs. So he'll have faster tyres for this last sector. Sakashit's coming down, will fit coming behind Wayne, and he has overtaken Mad Mark. Vigo and Mad Mark battling. I won't battle too much, lads. Remember, Vigo's in the shout for a championship and you're both in shout for a constructors. Work together. Work together. Right now. Over me. And they're not seem to have settled now. And they are the closest battle on track. Wayne will have them on the softs, has got back further 4.6 seconds, so his hopes are resting on either an incident from one of the cars ahead or from penalties, but P4 is nothing to shout about. Oh, thirsty. Talking thirsty work, you know. Oh. Yum, yum, yum. And Adam, with those soft tyres, takes current fastest lap with a 29.1. 2 seconds slower than his pole lap. Unofficial pole lap. Because he got DQ'd. On purpose, of course. It's been overtaken by Mad Mark. We got a 3-car train. Maybe wanting to take that position back. Was it a legit overtake? I was too busy talking. As I'm talking, Adam has closed up on Papa Rim, first in the McLarens, and he'll be looking to try and get this overtake done as quick as possible, following him through Cops. Difficult to follow through as close as he is there, and we'll push him round Maggers and Beckett's. He's not going to overtake now, and we'll do it down the hanger straight. Looking to intimidate Papa Rim. Papa Rim will be shaking like a shitting dog, and he's got better traction off Chapel. You can see it from here, and Papa Rim slots him behind in the slipstream, but is not quick enough to make that overtake. Sakashit retakes that position back up to P6, and Vigo takes the position as well. Mad Mark loses 2 positions in one straight, and it can happen there. It's so powerful, that DRS zone is, but you need that traction off Chapel Great battle between these three. Still got 9 laps left. All to play for. As Rim is still sticking with Adam. They want to be pulled along by Adam to get caught up with his teammate. They'd lost some time in the pit stops. And he'll be right up behind his teammate when Adam catches up to him as well. As Vigo makes the overtaking down the hanger. Great overtake there from him on Sack of Shit. It goes wide and off the track. Did he gain much of an advantage? He was ahead anyway. So he doesn't really have to give the position back. Always a contentious argument. But Mad Mark now looking to be mad. It's 3 cars going down Cops. Oh, could have been a loss of breath as Mark gets past Sack of Spuds just before Cops. Brave move from him. Mad by name, mad by nature. And they'll be looking to retake P6 from his teammate. And Vigo goes out wide, doesn't compromise his lap, and they're looking to work together. Adam gets another fastest lap and has caught up to see Brazil. And was within DRS as Wayne is in the pits again. Currently P5. We're going to look at getting rid of that penalty. If it was me, I would have just carried on. He's on the softer tyres. And try and gain as much advantage from the cars around, but because they're actually flying, and change on to the mediums, get rid of that penalty. Damage limitations for him then is Adam coming around Luffield. Exactly what he did to the previous McLaren, haunting him, coming through Cops. See Brazil on the defence, but Adam's not going to overtake him here. He's going to follow him around Cops, follow him through Mags and Beckett's, and then push on right through Chapel. There's nothing See Brazil can do to here. There's no point in wasting your ARS. There's no defence here. As Adam is following down, and to be fair to, because you see Brazil, he must have used loads of DRS to defend that. And Adam's going to save that for another day. McLaren's the bread. Liverpool scummy supporter in the middle. As the fill-in, biding his time. Takes a look at Abbey, but he'll probably try and take that position down the hanger. Following him through. Turn 3. Oh, just tipping him out turn 4. Coming out of Aintree, DRS open. He's got to make the move now. And does get up to P1. It's only a matter of time. As both Ferraris battling here with the Haas. Sack of Spuds. Right on the back of Vigo. You love battles like this, especially when you're racing. An absolute thrill. It's what puts you on the track, having battles like this. Oof. Makes you feel good when you're battling to and fro. Makes you harder than a curtain twitcher on a council estate. Loving that gossip. Tossing one off. Oh, I love a bit of drama, me. So we're in the middle of lap 19. So Adam, P1, but he's got the McLarens with him. It's all down to tyre wear as we come to the final stage of this lap, of this race. Still plenty of time to go though. I'm being too quick off the mark. See Brazil giving Adam a taste of his medicine. Following him round turns 1 to 3. Not as close through the loop. Constantine's a little bit, but we'll get that DRS coming out of Aintree. Not close enough to make that overtake. Looking in his mirrors at Papa Rim job. Those pair have got to work together. If they battle between themselves, they'll let Adam go. Wayne adds to his penalty limit. So at least he's got rid of that 10-second one I'm glad about that. So lap 20, we've got this race for P1 here. Could be any of the three. Got Keys in a nice comfortable P4 if he just keeps it consistent. Mad Mark, Sakashit and Vigo all battling for P5, but Vigo does have penalties himself, so he needs to get ahead and away. We've got Sawsky for P8. So the 12-second guy running his own race. Wayne. The misfortune of that penalty. He needs to get rid of that. Currently P9. Sakashit makes the overtake on Mad Mark. Gets himself up to P5, and there'll be to and fro as the laps pass by. Easy overtake there. We've got 2B West, P10. Who's going to be closing up on Wayne. Looks of it. And we've Sakashit and Mad Mark have come together. Coming round Vale. I think someone's gone for a dive bomb, potentially Mad Mark. Not left enough space. Sakashit losing his traction, trying to put his throttle down. Broken his wing. He's going to have to pit. It always ends to tears when people try and force it. There's plenty of time to go. Just choose your moments, and they've just chose the wrong one. We'll have to see if Mad Mark's got wing damage as well. Might see him pit. Yellow flag again. Sakashit's gone round. And he's retired. And will that bring a safety car out? I don't think it will. As 2B West goes in the pits. I think it's just a yellow flag. And as we were looking at that, down the hanger, See Brazil has made the overtake on Adam and got up to P1. It's not all cut and dry for Adam here. He's definitely got more pace than many members of the grid. But he's not getting away here. He's got to fight for this P1. And that's no safety car, thankfully. We do not want to ruin the race that we've got on here. And what that collision did do was give Vigo clean air and potentially solidify in P5. As Adam is down the hanger now, closing on C Brazil, who can't defend. Again, another easy overtake for Adam. Oh, late break there from Brazil, nearly climbing the back of Adam. As Mad Mark is in the pit, he does have wing damage, which Wayne will be licking his lips, potentially gaining position from this. Just coming round the Hamilton straight, and does get himself up to P7. Keys and no! I think you're safe though, mate. I think you're safe, don't worry. Don't panic. I see Brazil's going to be looking to retake that position. Or he's going to save himself as he's got a yellow flag. Spencer. Spencer's lost it. Coming out the final corner. The second corner of club. And he's damaged his wing as well. He's going to have to pit or go to the end of the race. He's got 2B West closing in behind him. So close to the end. But you will end up finishing last, unfortunately, with that. And this battle here for P1. And turn 4. Open up that throttle. Adam's got way better traction coming out of that corner. Give himself a big enough gap with the DRS behind him. So he's safe for now. Oh, locks up though. So will hamper a couple of tenths on him. Won't help his tyre wear either. He's got 3 laps plus this one. How's his tyre wear compared to the mediums? Papa Rim did pit the same time as Adam. It's all to play for. This is where the action is. 2B West is caught up now with Spencer. I think Spencer's going to battle this too hard with his damaged wing. And we'll look to pit potentially. so slow round Stowe, as you can see. He's carrying on. We're bound to see an overtake from Tubi. We're looking to do a switchback. Try and do an overtake on the outside of Vale. You don't do one there. Oh! Oh! I thought that was going to be a hard hit. Almost as hard as a ginger stepchild from a drunken stepfather. And everyone's still breathing. 2 West still making it. Oh, look at that. Come on, lads. There's no need for that. Better racecraft needed there. As 2 West looks on the inside of Brooklands. What are you doing, boys? Spencer goes so wide and he was pushed off there by 2 West. Ridiculous driving, but we as we are. This is where the action is. We're on lap 24. Adam, C Brazil, Papa Rim, both still in the DRS range. All to play for. Adam will get DRS, which will help him from the back marker. He's going to stay behind there. He's got it already. And the McLaren boys will be absolutely miffed about that. And that helps Adam with 2 laps to go. And that's with that. Papa Rim is dropped from DRS from his teammate. He's going to have to find some more pace to catch up. As we start lap 25, Adam leads the penultimate lap. See Brazil P2, Papa Rim P3. Keyser, great running from him, P4. Be happy without having the incidents. He'll just be a bit annoyed he wasn't able to keep up with the guys ahead. Vigo P5. Very fortunate to be in a position without any competitors around him. Portuguesa P6. Wayne P7. Mad Mark P8, for 8 seconds behind Wayne. 2BS P9. And Spencer Walls P10 with that wing damage. So it's a 2-horse race now for the win. TB West has got out of the way, so it's all down to the guys now. Race speed as we go through Magnus and Beckett. See Brazil will have DRS, and he'll have DRS on the last lap if he can stick with him. Adam looked really slow, so it looks like See Brazil has better traction off the corner. Don't think Brazil is quite close enough to make the overtake. Papa Rim looks like he'll have to settle for P3. It's going to come down to the last lap. Can Brazil do it? And there's only one way you're going to find out, by being on the edge of your seat as we start the final lap. He's got 2 DRSOs to do it. Pedal to the floor. Oh, had my heart going there. I thought one of these guys had got it. That's the last thing you want, is a penalty to decide who wins this race. And did he just fall out? No, he didn't. Adams put his foot down. Brazil has got DRS at the moment, but he's right on the cusp of DRS. And Adam comes round Luffield. And I think he's saved a lot of money in the bank to give himself this race win. Brazil potentially doing the same. Both using the RS effectively. And Adam needs to make this nice and smooth, otherwise he's going to be under threat. I don't think Brazil's quite close enough. I don't think he is. He's actually lost a bit of time. He's not close enough making, I think, unless Adam loses it on the last couple of corners. This race is his. It's gone down to the wire. Coming around Vale with a second ahead, and Brazil lets his teammates pass. With Rim Job being in contention for Drivers' Championship, lets him get more points. That's very Very nice of him. But congratulations to Adam. P1 from last place. Paparim getting the P2 from his teammate. McLaren getting P3 also from Brazil. Well done, Giza P4. Nice and consistent. Vega coming home in P5. I think that's where he'll stay with penalties. And I'm not sure, I won't be able to say with 100% validation that he's won the championship today, but I'll let you know at the start of next week. Tortuguita coming round the final corners, getting himself P6. Congratulations to him in the Alpine. Some good points for that team. Wayne coming home P7. Mad Mark looping around the final corners as well. Coming home P8. Jumped ahead of Wayne on penalties. And woo, plenty of battles and fantastic racing. And Adamako, I'd have to agree, gets driver of the day there. Did his last to first finish. And it wasn't all his own way. Had to fight for it right to the wire. And congratulations to him. Opening up your can of Carling, which is absolutely minging, by the way. I'm not a fan of Carling, but it's your typical Wetherspoons drink. Gets a shake of the hands, and the McLarens join him on the podium. And here is your finishers. Adamako, P1. Doesn't get fastest lap, though. So, not the full whack for him. Papa Rim getting P2. Gifted by his teammate, but he was on the podium anyway. And Brazil getting P3. Giza P4. Vigo getting P5. Some valuable points for his drivers and constructors. Charge. Tortuguita P6. Mad Mark P7. Wayne, what could have been for you, buddy? What could have been? You wouldn't have had a pit stop all that 10 seconds. You could have been way up that order. 2 West P9. Spencer P10. And Sakashit, your own doing. DNF. Well, I'm sure we're going to get much more action next week for the finale of season 4 in Australia, mate, where we're going to have plenty of barbecues and wallabies in the kangaroos. And you will be joined by me, Alex. And that's enough for me. That's enough for my mouth. Peace out.